You going brazen.
Do it for the family, do it for the city, do it for the ones that's no longer with me. Yeah. Do it for the family, do it for the city, do it for the ones that's no longer with me. Yeah, I've been grinding.
What's up, fam, and welcome to the Marte Show. Here to talk about some basketball, Atlanta Hawks basketball at that. And I just want to give a reaction towards the community, the Atlanta Hawks community, and what they're saying, just based off of comments and scenarios from the Atlanta Hawk fans. I've been seeing names being thrown out there like John Collins, Kevin Huerter, Bogdan. It's kind of crazy to think that a team like the Atlanta Hawks, with the players that they have great talent. And it looks like they want to go ahead and just blow up the whole thing. You know, it seems like they haven't created that culture yet. And this is a team, this is a roster that made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and faced Milwaukee Bucks and came about 2 games away from reaching the NBA Finals when no one seen that as an expectation out of the Atlanta Hawks. So what does management have to say for that? Well, they kept the team together and ran it back. I get it. Nothing happened this season. But is it the players' fault? I get the players go out on the floor and perform. But I think it has to do with the coaching. It seems that the Atlanta Hawks still haven't found that coach that's going to help build the Atlanta Hawks culture. You have the players certainly to go ahead and do that. I mean, I don't know how many alley-oop highlights I've seen of John Collins. He looks amazing. You have a stud in Trey Young. You have young players like DeAndre Hunter. And by the way, I feel like the Atlanta Hawks fan base has already given up on DeAndre Hunter. You got to give it time. It takes time for these guys to come out and perform. You don't want a situation like the Minnesota Timberwolves, Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins just won a championship this year and looks to go ahead and build off of that. He's a more confident player. You need a coach. You need a coach that's going to go ahead and build the culture and help these young guys and guide them, guide the team. So I'm a little astonished to see, names like John Collins, terrific talent, being just thrown out there in trades. Bogdan Bogdanovic, man, I watched him a few times this year, and he can definitely get you a bucket. He can be a bucket. He's a very good role player, a very good piece. But then you also see names like Kevin Huerter being mentioned out there. There's no patience, it seems like. You need a coach that's going to hold these players accountable to the standards that they set for themselves, to the standards that the organization sets for themselves, and to the standards that the fans set for these players. So I definitely don't understand why they want DeAndre Ayton. You have a Clint Capella back there. I think he's a great player. I honestly think you need a scoring punch next to Trey Young. Someone I thought of was Zach LaVine, but it looks like Zach LaVine is going to go ahead and re-sign with the Chicago Bulls. But if I were the Atlanta Hawks, I would make a push for something like that. A nice scoring punch with Trey Young. That would be nice to watch. Keep the team intact. Figure out what you're going to do with Danilo and his expiring contract. I believe the team has some type of option to give him more money or not. But it would go ahead and make the contract next year $20 million. Figure out what you're going to do with that. He doesn't give you anything on defense. Yes, he's a nice scoring punch, but if you can go ahead and get someone like a Zach LaVine in a sign and trade, that would be very nice for the squad. I think this is a very talented team. If you look at it top to bottom, I mean, at center, you have Clint. Behind Clint, you have Onea. You have at power forward John Collins. You could, if I were the Hawks, I'd go ahead and put Jalen Johnson behind John Collins. Jalen Johnson, it looks like he's going to be a good player in the NBA. I was watching some of his games. He has some upside there, and you got to be able to put these guys out there, give them their time to develop with NBA minutes. You can't just go ahead and have these guys sitting on the bench. But yeah, I would definitely go ahead and push for Jalen Johnson to get more minutes behind John Collins. Possibly have a plan B if that doesn't work out. Then you have that small forward, DeAndre Hunter. I really see DeAndre Hunter becoming like an Andrew Wiggins for the Atlanta Hawks. Someone that can do it for them, in all aspects of the game. I would give it some time. Give the guy some time. He's only 2 years in. I do think you need a backup for him. Maybe someone like a Kyle Anderson, a Bruce Brown, maybe a Juan Toscano. I mean, at the 2 position, you have Kevin Huerter. I think he's someone that can be like a Klay Thompson in this league. I mean, he is 6'7". He needs some more muscle. He needs to get to the basket. I really think that Kevin can get to 20 a game. I really think that. Then you have Bogdan. Bogdan is a bucket getter. He's a playmaker. Those are guys that are needed. So I don't understand the dangling of his name out there. And reports are that John Collins is the most tradable asset at this point from the talks that insiders are hearing. But yeah, at the 1, you got Trae Young. I mean, you already know about the guy. And then, at the backup position, I would say try to get someone like a Jalen Brunson if you don't go ahead and get Zach LaVine. Go ahead and use a sign and trade with Danilo. But reports are saying that the Knicks are opening up cap space to add Jalen Brunson. And I heard that his father is a part of the Knicks organization. So that's interesting. But adding someone like Jalen Brunson would be nice to bolster up the depth and scoring punch, too, off the bench. But yeah, I mean, this is a good Hawks team. I wouldn't blow it up. And it's a mistake to see names like John Collins and Kevin and Bogdan mentioned in trade talks. Other than that, if you liked my video, please go ahead and click a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you want to go ahead and keep up with my content. Again, until next time, fam. Peace.